that team might await the winner of last week's game. Of course, this live game brought to you by Dave White Chevrolet, the place to go, Alexis and Monroe. And the tackle on the opening kickoff, and that's excellent coverage there.
Side of the ball with 4D linemen, got to be productive. Don't give Leonard time to get the ball to his guy Okuley.
Look at that, shooting the gap and making a big play. Gabe Pence. That's what was not happening against Berlin last week. Every time Perrysburg had a third and short, they would get it. And this is an indication it might be a different game tonight. Yeah, 2,100 yards. You've done a good job. He takes the snap. He has nowhere to go. He manages to get loose, but he then got totally obliterated there on the play by Wallensack. Big loss. 2nd and 20. Play action, but there's a slant complete, and Okuley breaks the tackle, and he's got the 20 yards they needed and a lot more as he's down to the 42-yard line. He was finally upended on the play. They have a flag on the play, though, and it's going to come back.
Wow, the Jackets get away with one right there.
Nevertheless, you see a great move there, and we saw why Okuley is all-league, all shadows of Ohio State. So yes, indeed it would be. There's a pass. What a great catch on the slant, and that is Gavin Finnegan.
And there's your shot right there. First down, you have a run, you don't get much out of it, you take a shot on 2nd down. You got the field position to do so. I like the call by Coach Connor.
Fake to Wallensack, and the pass was in the hands of Jack Bohr, who is usually about as sure-handed a receiver as complete the catch there. No, it was deflected before it came in. That's the reason. A good defensive play there. Up ground grudgingly. There's a fake to Wallensack, rolling to his right. Tough for the left-handed quarterback. He pops it in the end zone. It's intercepted. And probably a ball that would have been better left unthrown. Oakley intercepts it, and it was really clear, especially being a left-handed quarterback, he was not in a comfortable position to throw that ball.
Yeah, great play by Oakley there. You know, it's you get down there in the red zone, don't pass up a profit. You know you got some somewhat certain points on the board. He does his best Patrick Mahomes impression there, and the result is not good for the Jackets, so you got to play the smart.
Because of their physicality, Coach said that they are going to need every bit of their playmaking ability to stop the talented, skilled, and well-coached Liberty offense. Thanks so much. I'll send it back to you, Greg.
Pressure there, and he beat it with a quick release. They're going to go all the way for the touchdown. What a play. Evan Nelson. They just brought all the pressure, and he just beat it.
And we got the light show going. Very mature play by Leonard.
Perrysburg 0.
You can call pass interference or holding on every single football play.
And breaking the tackle there. Look at that. A great move there by Finnegan, but then he got racked up. Jack Kendall, their leading tackler, and Nicco Sciulli was also in on it.
Yeah, Kendall there, he's just like your old school linebacker, neck roll, flying around, gets there first.
Feather in the hat. 3rd down and 17. Tackett's downfield, caught, and it'll be close to the first down. And that last contact, I think maybe even by the defender, helped him get it.
Football is a game of momentum, and we see here Tackett's drop back, finds his man. Beautiful throw, puts it right on him. And good job by the receiver getting past the chains there. And that's a big moment. Dead 4 plays ago.
This time he's rolling left. Maybe that's a little bit more well advised. Finnegan, complete. And he's stopped at the 23-yard line.
Look, I'm not a rocket scientist, but I do know if you have a left-handed quarterback, you probably want to roll him left more than you roll him right. And right there, Greg, you've been saying it all game. It made more sense, and it turned
his feet as well as his arm. He has time in the pocket, though. He drills it up the middle and just slightly overthrown. He would have really had to thread the needle there.
As you can see here, good pickup by the offensive line. Liberty brings heat, which is a blitz off the right side of that offensive line. Zimmerly picks it up, gives the quarterback time to throw. Just a little too much sauce on that thing.
When you realize from 34 yards away, the kick is up and good. So you said they needed at least a field goal. They got it. They're on the board. And it is a 7-3 ball game now. Liberty leading Perrysburg.
And so far, it's been very productive.
Trips left. Leonard again looking right, then moving left. He's got some running room. Tucks the ball and despite a good open field tackle, I think he got the first down. Wallensack really knocked him off his pins there.
Foot race with Wallensack, and we talked about so far the passing and the vision by Leonard to make big plays, and we haven't seen much with his feet. So this is another facet that we've seen as the QB run and him extending the play and making something happen.
Look to the right. Crowd is really on their feet and loud. They give it to Leonard kept the ball, and he got stopped.
Now how about that? Look at this. Avery Hunt with maybe the play of the game so far on the defensive side of the ball. You roll the dice, sometimes you're going to get burned. You can't knock.
But that 3rd and 9 conversion keeps it going. Here's Oros, and he really got engulfed there by number 74, Luke Fleet.
Luke Fleet, you can see the penetration here in the run game. You got to get the first level blocked first before you get to those linebackers. Perrysburg doesn't do it there, and Fleet gets in there and makes a big tackle.
2nd and 9. Tackets trying to find an opening. He's going to take off with the ball. He's got Green in front of him. Won't quite get the first down. But
play that one smart.
Does that about as well as anybody. Buying time and reversing fields and scrambling, you might say. We've seen him literally scramble a couple of times. I think they might go for it on 4th down. They're coming after him, though, unless they get him for a big loss, and he just has to get rid of it.
Jackets does his best to try to keep the play alive.
He got through the gap there, as you see. They are going to go for a field goal attempt. It'll be a long one, 39 yards. And the snap was low, picking up and running for his life. They got Tackets out of bounds.
You got to play well on all three. We can see bad. I don't know if it was bad or muffed or what have you. Tackett savvy play, getting out of bounds, not turning the ball over. But you take for granted sometimes that snap. And that
big play both ways. And Shapker breaks through, and then he makes a fine move at midfield, still on his feet. And finally brought down. As Field and gained another 5 yards. Look at this cut.
Yeah, he cut on a dime there. And Greg, you talk about that 3rd down earlier in the game. You wonder if they just would have given it to Shapker, if they would have been able to come away with points the way he.
Big part of their strategy here. He looks the other way, but now he switches and shows deep for a wide open receiver. And what an over-the-shoulder catch there by Wilson Roberts. Thing you would expect from him. He looked like Tackets on that play. Ineligible receiver downfield. The lineman's looking to set up to block downfield.
And you can see a play that goes this long, quarterback trying to keep it alive. Those offensive linemen don't have eyes on the back of their head. They're just trying to get bodies on guys, and it could result in a holding.
22 now. Delayed handoff. Chapke breaks into the open. Look at him go. And like a whirlwind, he gets down to the 25. And
look at this. A little trickery, had enough to Shapker, and who would have thought a run right up the middle on 3rd and forever would be the play call there. But, man, that was a productive play.
4th and 5. Now might be the time to go for broke. They need a big play. He's got some time, though. Throws down to Okuley, and he held on to it despite getting drilled and fell into the end zone for a touchdown. He had great protection. Lots of time to find the receiver, and he laid it right in. And look at that hit that was laid on by Abram Heyer. Kickoff, 2:27 to go. Now Perrysburg has no time to waste. And a big return would really help, and it looks like they're going to get it as it's taken out to the 45-yard line by Braxton Mefford.
Still counts as one.
Tackets firing it into Bohr. Going to go for some extra yardage, but the ball came loose and right to the Olentangy Liberty defender, Nathan Magg.
By errors, whether it be mental or physical here, you see the fumble by Bohr. It's just unfortunate that on this type of stage, these errors happen, and they're an easy team to root for. But you got to play.
Interesting that they took a knee right away when Perrysburg still had a timeout, and now they've got to punt it away with 40 seconds left. And that ball hit the Liberty player. I don't know, they're still vying for it. Hit the Liberty player. Touched it earlier. They pick it up, and they're running it, but they've already marked the ball at the 46-yard line. So that ball will come back.
I think they need to dig the rules book out.
Yeah, maybe if that was a kickoff, okay, but.
Right.
And he basically became them. And they get in to sack him, and that's really going to be it. So the Olentangy Liberty Patriots, the number 8 seed that were 0-3 and allowed 107 points in those 3 losses, suddenly have played their way to the regional finals. And you could tell from the very start of this game when Perrysburg, especially watching them last week against Olentangy Berlin, and every time it was 3rd and short, they got the yards they needed time and time again in earlier games this year. They got stuffed and didn't convert it, had to punt the ball away, and I think that was almost like throwing the gauntlet down and saying, this is going to be different tonight.
Yeah.
Kidwell Field. And for Jenna DeBlasi on the sidelines, Jack Muhort, and our entire BCSN crew, Greg Franke saying thanks for being with us. Olentangy Liberty ends Perrysburg season 14-13. This has been a production of Buckeye Broadband.